part 2 of Radionika 2.0 trial number 1, channeling Caim or Camio through the Daemon Tarot to receive insight and a new tarot spread that goes with the forbidden wisdom of the Infernal Dictionary. Thank you, Ariana Osborne, for creating such a fantastic deck, and now I'm hopefully going to help you fill in some of those gaps. Alright, so here's our spread. We're going to get into what this means in some depth. Some of them I'm going to talk a little bit about the attributes. Some of them I'm not going to get so specific with. I'm just going to explain the context and the significance. We've got our handy dandy book, and we've got our reference guide, and some friends hanging out on the side. Alright, let's rock. Alright, so first up, we have our own prejudices in Astaroth. So let's see what the book has to say about that. Alright, so for Astaroth, oh poor Astaroth, no one has been wronged more than he. Just ask him. He remembers all the details of the fall, the separation of heaven and hell, and will not hesitate to tell you how he certainly deserves to be punished for choosing the wrong side. And maybe that's the truth. I certainly wasn't there. And most demonologists and theologists are a bit biased about the matter. So, the inspiration is sometimes we really are wronged by circumstances or by others. And sometimes we only feel that way, but when we dwell on a slight, real or imagined, to the exclusion of all else, we will eventually lose the sympathy of everyone. Divination. Beware of milking a perceived wrong or victim status to the point at which others begin to lose sympathy and avoid the complaint. Okay, so for me, this is pretty personal. Recently in my life, I've started learning about being more assertive and when it's right to say no, and sometimes it's not right to say no. And for me, this card is a big reminder of not allowing that to be a prejudice in my decision making, You have to be able to discern whether you can trust people. You have to be able to discern whether or not this person is committing a wrong or not committing a wrong. So for me, this is a pretty personalized card. And I just find this whole thing amazing, but we're going to get into a little bit more here. All right. So we're going to go over, hey Astaroth, thank you for the guidance. We're going to go down to Carquinolis. All right. And that card is actually reversed. I had to fix that, so you didn't really see that happen. But if we pan over here, way up, you can see that in the layout, Carquinolis is reversed with the R. Okay, so I'm going to explain what that's all about. Alrighty, so Carquinolis, my bad, in the reversed position. So we have to remember this is exposed weaknesses. So this could actually be interpreted as a hidden strength as well. So it says, focus on learning the secrets of others, but beware of using that knowledge to harm others. So this could be interpreted any way that you want to, because, let's be honest, some of us are going to be like, hey, I can hurt other people. But really what this means is temper your ability to infiltrate the thoughts of others. So you may know the thoughts of others. You will be able to guess what they're going to do. But this actually means don't use it for harm, use it for protecting yourself. And sometimes we have to understand that protecting ourselves will sometimes involve harming others. It's sort of like the best defense is offense. But it also means beware of that, because then it can turn into a power trip. You can wind up hurting too many people, or maybe completely misjudging the situation, and in the end, probably causing yourself a lot of harm. And thank you very much, Carquinolis. We'll jump on our broom here. Straight over to Lamia, who is in the position of main personality trait. Okay, so we all pretty much know the story of Lamia, but maybe some of you don't. So basically, in the context, it's beware of grief and loss becoming so great that they begin to hurt others, bringing company to misery. So what I wrote down was, let go of grief and loss of the past. Make this your focus, and from it draw strength. Because as we know, if we start eliminating those prejudices, then we can start exposing the hidden strengths. If you don't remember that, check out part 1 of this video. I'll throw that in the description for you. But what I find really interesting is how this actually translates over from the inner world. So this diametrically, I think, actually shows that connection very clearly. Because if we allow the prejudices of the past or the hurts that we've experienced from loss and grief to affect the way that we perceive our environment and be able to put circumstances more favorably, then of course we're not going to be able to move forward. We're going to be stuck in the past. And I think this is a really cool way of expressing that. All right, Lamia. Now we're going to move down. Hey, Caim, thank you very much. We're going to go all the way down to Amen, who is sitting in the spot of influences from the past. The inspiration for this card. If Amun-Ra and Amun are indeed the same being, perhaps that is the reason why Amun's gift is the ability to mend fractured relationships. After all, the excuse for a severed friendship is very often, we're different people now. It is possible Amun knows better than most that it is possible to change so much as to be virtually unrecognizable and yet still be the same person underneath. Alright, so that's the end of part 2. I hope that was a little illuminating for some of you. I hope that the spread was interesting enough. And I really find it was very in-depth. I didn't go into all the cards because some things are better left unsaid. But on the other hand, I do want you guys to check out Radionika 2.0, the app. If you have an Android phone, it's $5. You know, I know a lot of other programs out there cost a lot more money than that, but I just want a little money for my time. You know, I'm not out to steal anybody's money. It's a perfectly good app. I mean, it seems to work very well, as you can see from the videos I just produced and from the testimony that'll be down in the description there. But I'm also going to be offering this interpretation for the spread. It's going to be on Google Play as an app as well. And it's going to be the interpretation of the Daemon Tarot. It's like a little handbook, so it's not an app as per se. It's more of just a guidebook just to help you work your way through these interpretations, because I think a lot of people could really benefit from this. A lot of people want to work on themselves, but they also want to work on magic or sorcery or necromancy or radionics, or maybe they're like me and they do everything all at once. Who knows? But anyway, what I really want to say is please check out the app. If you want to purchase Radionika, just send me an email at brotheralchemist@gmail.com. Again, that's down in the description. And when you do the exchange through PayPal, I send you the app in your email, you install. Everybody has a great day. Now, on the other hand, if Google Play doesn't publish this because, you know, it's radionics and they like to do that sort of thing, that's sort of why I'm offering it for private distribution. And I'll be offering that PDF through private distribution as well, unless I get it published, which I may. I might be looking at working with Ariana Osborne on this one. And I just want to announce that apparently I had some interest for Radionika 2.0 from Joshua P. Warren, who I don't think I really need to introduce who that is. So I'm really looking forward to hearing back from him and hopefully getting the chance to work with him. Everybody have a really great day. This is Dr. Radionik at Radionika, out.